I'm Anna.
I'm Ben.
AutoSave, welcome to our channel.
They're watching Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 12. My guess going into this episode is going to be Jinwoo using Exchange, as we saw at the end of last episode, showing up there on Jeju Island, and then getting, you know, a vision of Jinna and Jinwoo's mom on the couch again, but seeing Jinwoo appear just out of thin air there, being like, whoa, what the fuck? You were just here. How did you get there so quick?
Like, we would get to see his family reacting to him suddenly being broadcasted everywhere on every TV, phone.
And be surprised at just the quickness of his travel. Yeah.
That being the main focus. Not that he's there on Jeju Island, but like, wow, that was quick. I just saw him 2 minutes ago. I thought he went to the bathroom.
Exactly.
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Ooh, is this the cameraman?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. I think the king might have shown up.
Let's go. Choi, what do you think?
Missed you guys.
I feel like it's Christmas. No signal.
So no one will get to see this? I'm sure people are really worried about this.
Yeah. Imagine the panic. They're drawn to it. None of them even knew about the shadows. Oh, Cha. It's like,
she's gonna need.
Yellow sensu bean.
Would she need the elixir of life? Can we even clear a path? Oh. Just to be there with them. No, it might be. Are we just seeing that like he's imagining it, or?
Oh, raising the ants.
What? The black
The
ant.
black ant.
The path is clear. Icarus standing up.
There was no king outside.
That, wow.
Jinwoo. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Didn't he say, like, keep this to yourself? The feed is back.
It was the extraction that was being kept to itself.
Still, everyone could see him.
Live with no delay?
How could it get worse? The importance on this battle. Everyone's reaction to it. Oh. Don't think about the logistics now. Just hope he can win.
That was quick. Oh! Was that Ruler's hand? Oh!
Ooh!
How even is this going to be?
The ant reacting to it. Like a poison? A poison!
What the fuck?
For marine life in this area?
Didn't go as planned, huh?
Do we send back in the 3? Send them back.
作戦がプラン9に移った
He's the one that has already seen the death that it brings.
How?
I'm asking the same questions.
Oh.
His anxiety.
Keep Cha alive.
Someone's life hangs on the balance of you ending this quickly. Are we...
What is this animation? Oh!
He can't even like follow
Keep up with it. Jesus Christ! This is like a movie. He's running. Oh my god.
He's trying to escape him. Like a whirlpool almost.
Mutilation.
No. Everyone. Everyone.
It's just a slaughter.
Kaizo!
Kid shit. Oh my god, come through the fire. Oh my god, oh my god. Look at the shot. It's beautiful.
Grabs him. You can't run.
Jesus Christ. They're like, yep, we're cool with 1 year of life and then we'll die. It's fine. It's better than dying here. Shaw.
Yeah, grab her. What do we do? I want an answer. Is there anything else you can do?
I'm trying to think. But also, what the fuck did I just watch? After a certain point in that episode, I didn't write a single thing down. I was just in awe.
It makes even more sense now that the imagery in the outro is very, him as a king on a throne.
Dude, that sequence when we could see Jinwoo's eye, oh my god.
Are you talking about when the ant was like super close to
Yeah,
it?
about to hit him.
Anytime a sharp thing gets close to like an eye, ooh. Hard for me to handle that.
I also love Baek's eye, like not being able to catch up. Yeah, the
follow.
reaction to it.
How they animated him trying to follow it.
Yeah. Okay, that was Solo Leveling Season 2, Episode 12. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin.
I think it's
That was incredible.
It was incredible. It's probably easy to begin with the discussion asking ourselves a similar question to Jinwoo at the end of the episode, which is like, is there anything else he can do? Which obviously we don't really know. We know as much as he does really of what he could possibly do here.
To save Miss Shaw?
Yeah, to save Cha.
Do you have any ideas?
Elixir of Life was my idea. That was my idea. We had the regular potions and I was like, okay, well, it might come down to having to use one of our like very limited quantity, very special, don't want the whole world to know about items while the broadcast is literally broadcasting. I thought that might be the direction, that was gonna be the thing that saved her life, and there would be obviously fallout and all that from people being like, well, what the fuck did you use to save her life? Therefore, people then wondering about his mom and going down that train of thought was what I expected.
Like, oh my god, it's going to be publicized that this person has a life-saving drug potion on hand that is readily available to him.
Yes.
That whole route we could have gone, but nope, doesn't work.
The
fact that Jinwoo went to that length, though,
and was going to utilize it with no hesitation.
With
we don't
no
have
hesitation.
him think internally, I have a limited quantity of this. Oh my god, I don't want other people to see this. At one point, he does say, hey, what's happening in this room? Don't tell anyone, but that's obviously before the black ant shows up. But this potion, there's no warnings, hey, don't tell anyone about this. There's no thinking about logistics. There's no time to think. He cares. He wants to save this life in front of him, and he is willing to try this.
Yeah.
Even if he has no actual kind of evidence that this potion will work differently than the other potion that he tried. He's still willing to utilize one of his limited quantity special items to try.
So what do you do? Because we didn't end the episode off of him, like, grieving, questioning, oh, I can't do anything else? No, it was more than that. He turned around, therefore he has an idea. Like, I was thinking, could we use, like, an instance dungeon to, like, go into, and maybe time works differently there, like the Room of Spirit and Time, and we could extend her life in that, instance dungeon while we go try to get help, like, as soon as possible.
She's being stored in a different dimension where time works a little differently, therefore we can try to get her. There has to be something. Obviously, you started phrasing that this look back that Jinwoo does at the camera, you had kind of said in a way that made me feel like you thought this look was he was thinking about something else he could do. He had an idea. I feel like it could definitely be read as I have an idea. My immediate reaction to this look back when he's realizing he doesn't know what to do, I read it as like not that there's another threat, but that something occurred to him that like puts him on edge or causes more anxiety.
Really?
Something else behind them that he didn't know about. But I feel like that doesn't actually work if I'm thinking about the logistics of what just transpired in the battle.
Yeah.
I don't think there is another threat, nor do I think that he's going to be all in his head with the anxieties of turning to the broadcast. Like, I
Mhm.
don't think he's turning to the cameraman right now that I like think about it more coming out of the reaction. So I like what you're thinking, that this look back is possibly the spark of a last ditch effort idea.
Yeah,
He did do his dailies, right?
I think that it's really cool that we have the cooldown on the shadow exchange, like that we cannot utilize right now, and I love that there is a rule that like,
Mhm.
you know, makes it so we can't utilize it in this tough situation. Not for Cha's sake, but just like I love that that's included.
It'd be nice if we had that and we could also hold someone and both go through the shadow together. Like, it'd be nice if that could happen. But obviously that would have to be, we'd have to be capable of that, and we'd have to be able to use the exchange right now.
So logistically, if we have tried every potion that we have access to, we either need to be running and utilizing speed as quick as humanly possible or not humanly possible, or we extract the ant, or we extract Byung-gu. If we extracted Byung-gu, would we be able to heal Cha, or is Cha's illness or how far gone she is made it so she couldn't be healed by a healer?
Oh my goodness.
Because that would be
you bringing up
fucking horrifically tragic to see Byung-gu again, because I kind of don't want to see him.
You'd have to explain. Obviously, I feel like everyone in the room would be like, we have
Oh!
issues with this, but okay.
What
if
the
it
fuck?
saves
What would
Cha's
Baek's
life.
reaction be?
Exactly.
Do you think? Okay.
The moral dilemma there, because especially if you think about the character and how he entered this situation, Byung-gu didn't want to be here.
Yeah.
He didn't want to come, and he decided to be here to help his longtime friend.
Well,
but he has a life outside of being a hunter. He was happy with not being a hunter anymore. And then basically you'd be trapping him in this forever life of being a fighter, basically being there to save and heal people. You'd forever be trapping. We've talked about, what are you trapping? A soul. If you're extracting a human being, like, what are you actually doing there? What are the consequences actually?
I'm trying to pull up like the notifications we get when we're trying the elixir of life, because I want to know if there's any parameters that we can try to set. Like, if what would heal Cha? Would it be a healer, or would it be something that only, like, for some reason a hospital could be able to, you know, give?
I think it would have to be a top rank healer. I think it would have to be an S rank healer. I think that when we have him turning back at the end of the episode, what if he really is turning back to look at Byung-gu's body?
Because the subject's condition is not covered by the drug, it is ineffective. Like, what? Like, on the, I don't know. I just, like, in my mind, I'm like, the elixir of life would cover being on the verge of death. So how, I don't know.
I fear that the theory that you've put out there about turning him into a shadow to be a healer, I fear that is just a really good theory at the moment. And I fear it because I know the dilemma that every single person in this cave room is going to be in internally within themselves to even let this happen, because they're gonna know what he's doing.
Yeah,
we have him starting to walk up to the ants in this episode.
I don't want to talk about it like it's a certainty, like it's gonna happen.
It's a theory.
Yeah,
obviously it's not certain. I think that it's a good theory that has been come up with.
Do you think that we extract the ant?
Will we extract the black ant?
Yeah, like at the beginning, when Jinwoo was initially not wanting the camera on, it seemed like he was about to do shadow extraction on the entire ant army at the moment, right? But the idea of not being able to extract something like Barca, do you think we've come to a place of strength that we could extract the black ant? Could we?
Traditionally, we try.
Or Byung-gu, like, could we extract an S rank hunter? You know,
like, are we actually capable of it? Well, I feel like we might see one of those two things in the next episode. Maybe both, or at least one of those two things. I feel like we wouldn't want to leave here necessarily without trying to extract the black ant.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That would be a weird thing to see on TV.
I would say most of what was witnessed on TV in this episode was weird to see on TV. They probably couldn't even see more than half of it because it moved so quickly.
Yeah. I loved that. It's interesting that Jinwoo's mom isn't watching. Like, like, the intention behind her being washing the dishes right now. You know what I mean?
she doesn't know that Jinwoo is on the TV at the moment. Like, we overlap her doing the dishes. We just have Jinna realize what's on the broadcast on her phone. And sure, maybe mom doesn't overhear her say Jinwoo's name as she's looking at her phone. I would say mom probably does hear that. I wonder how she feels. I mean, we have that conversation she had with her kids about their dad. That idea of like, it is something they've inherited from him to want to save and to help people. So there could be a part of her, I could read into her washing the dishes, hearing Jinwoo's name being said by her daughter in the other room, and her being like, good, I'm glad he went to go save those people.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure what mom really wants to watch their kid fight a crazy battle that just possibly killed a bunch of people on
just keep
TV.
Showing me Chairman Go's reactions to this. Like it was like, how did he get there so quick? I don't give a shit. I don't care. He broke his chair. Yeah. He was just so excited, so happy that Jinwoo was there, and I was excited through Go.
Yeah, he was like, let's not talk about the logistics. Let's just
it's
be
happening.
happy that he's there. Because like, think about how Chairman Go was feeling up until this moment. He thought to himself, wow, I would not be helpful there, but I would at least want to be there fighting alongside them. And that is killer. It actually reminds me of Song a little bit, which we get to see him and Johi kind of reacting to the no signal, and then even Jinwoo kind of popping up on the screen. I feel like they have a similar mentality to that like, even if they were feeling like they weren't capable enough to be helpful, they wouldn't send the young people in, the people that they have mentored in by themselves like this without wanting to be and stand beside them, especially if death was coming for all of them. They'd want to be there.
I wanted to read this. I've never resented my aging body and heart as much as I do right now. Even if I couldn't help, I wish I could fight at their sides.
The voice actor did a really good job for these lines. It felt like someone trying to not cry. It was very emotionally said, very effective.
It's so interesting to think about Go's life as a hunter because of how late in life he was given this opportunity. Mm-hmm. So he was already fighting at such an old age that it's, damn, I wish he had more of his life able to be fighting, you know?
But at least
he gets his youth.
Yeah, at least he gets to feel the relief, though, of seeing that Jinwoo, even though Jinwoo had turned him down initially, he has seen, to some extent, what Jinwoo is capable of when we have that kind of, like, re-examination to see what his actual rank is going to be. So Chairman Go, out of most people in the scenario, has more information in terms of Jinwoo's strength level, and I think he has an immense sense of relief seeing it's Jinwoo, and he trusts in him, and he says to Jinchul, let's not think about logistics, let's just have faith in him. I had faith in him.
Me too. Ruler's Hand, if I believe that's what it was, continues to be one of the most impressive skills and feats within impressive things that I've seen in the universe of Solo Leveling. How we're able to utilize it in so many different variations.
Useful. Very useful. It has come in handy literally multiple times, and it has been very useful.
We also had Fatal Strike upgrading to Mutilation, which 1743, I think.
At a perfect timing.
Oh, it's so cool.
Ooh.
Fatal Strike, level max, Mutilation, level max. Perfect timing, though.
Perfect timing.
That's what gave us the edge.
It's almost like a little too perfect. I mean, like, okay, thank you for this. Perfect timing.
Yeah,
they don't want Jinwoo to die, whoever the they is in this scenario.
But it's also Jinwoo just using the system and, you know, being able to... So, okay, wait,
it's using him, he's using it.
So are you, like, suggesting that behind the scenes, maybe Jinwoo wouldn't have gotten Mutilation just yet, but somebody behind the scenes gave him, like, double XP for, like, 30 seconds just to push the line a little further down?
It's probably just a balance of this symbiotic relationship of using each other and not necessarily a manipulation of said system to ensure that he survives. But he has even noted that it definitely seems like the system wants to keep him alive. So I'll just keep it there, like it's a possibility that someone might pull some strings that maybe shouldn't be pulled in
So-
order to ensure that he can win this fight against the Black Ant.
I feel like you've kind of soft locked me into my theory position of what's going to happen next episode with Miss
no.
Cha, because one of my other ideas for it was like, it was happening before we saw the turnaround.
Okay.
I was thinking like, holy shit, what if it's not Jinwoo getting an idea? Before that happened, I was like, what if something comes up on your screen that's like an objective or a mission that's like,
Ooh.
if you, we can save her right now if you
If
choose
you
to
do
do this
this.
quest. And like, he was
Ooh.
like, okay, yes, go for it. And he doesn't get to know the details of what it's having him do yet.
That would have been cool. I could have seen something like that happening. Obviously, with him turning around,
Yeah.
wouldn't think that it would appear behind him, the quest. It would appear in front of him. I think something just realistically obtainable to kind of think is that he's just gonna jump on Kaisel with Cha, and they're just gonna fly out of here as fast as they possibly can. And we do know that Go was like, hey, even though we don't have a signal, get the medics and the second strike team like super close, immediately get them ready. The helicopter is there to pick up Japan's hunters. Like, maybe aid is closer than Bake and Choi and Ma think it is. So it could be that. Could be the healers are right there and aid is actually right there, and we just didn't think it would be as close.
I feel like I don't appreciate amazing fights enough. Like, it's not every day that you're able to get and watch a sequence that you get to see amazing animation and choreography and it being scored beautifully and edited beautifully, and it just feels important.
Mhm.
This episode felt so significant to me because of that. This might have been one of my favorite episodes of Solo Leveling, if not my favorite episode.
My favorite part of the fight, there was like a few kind of favorite highlights of the fight. Maybe I'll do two of them that I can think of off the top of my head. I loved how the ant was trying its hardest to get away, to escape, to run away. I felt that anxiety. I'm going to use that word because Jinwoo uses that word. He recognizes the anxiety earlier on in the battle in that ant. And I could feel it as the ant is even then, once being brought back to the ground, crawling away, trying its hardest to get away from what is, he literally, the animal instincts, I don't even know if you need them at this point to be able to feel like this thing in front of you, this guy in front of you is literally going to kill you. You are literally going to die. And I felt that. My second favorite, which I think is just, it's more of a tactic, it's more during the actual battle itself, the usage of poison. The fact that the Black Ant had evolved another tactic, another weapon, utilizing poison, and it kind of whips out of him in a moment of surprise. And he even goes on to say, because thank you for this, he goes on to say that he got this from the marine life in the surrounding area of Jeju Island. Like, that's what inspired it. That's where the poison evolution came from.
It was like on his tongue, right? Like a
Mhm.
tongue blade.
Yeah, like whips out of his mouth. It was amazing. Scary, obviously, because in that immediate moment, I was like, oh, wait, okay, this was a surprise. How is Jinwoo going to combat this? He detoxes. He's fine. But I extra loved the addition of the ant even explaining how he came to be able to do this, to be capable of this.
Fighting against somebody who has the ability to get stronger as they fight is truly a terrifying concept.
The ant recognizes it. He's
Yeah.
like, he's getting faster.
Uh-huh. And like, even showing the army's strength at the end of the fight was just like, it just ran through them.
Mm-hmm. Both of them were feeling a lot of anxiety during this fight. The ant was feeling anxiety more probably about how he was stacking up in this fight against Jinwoo, and Jinwoo's anxiety, from what I can kind of understand from what was alluded to me, was purely about knowing I need to clear away and get Cha out of here to save her life. The fact that he's recognizing the ant is feeling anxious, he's saying that makes two of us, and then he immediately looks over at Cha, that's telling me he's not anxious in this battle that he feels like he could lose. He's anxious that he needs this to be finished up quickly so he can get Cha out of here and actually clear a path like he's saying he's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who is also feeling a lot of anxiety, or was feeling a lot of anxiety? I know we've talked about it a little briefly. Think about all the people, all the civilians, not Chairman Go reacting to the no signal and being worried about all of his hunters that are fighting. All of the just normal people that see the no signal
Yeah.
across their screen. And it took me back to, I think it was Unsuk when they were at the bar. He brings up, we must fight because they're probably more scared.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are watching this as a civilian and you know that the top S ranks from your country and 10 of the top S ranks from Japan are all here fighting Jeju Island, it's so close the ants could get here. They are the front line keeping the ants from getting here. And it goes no signal. The amount of panic that you would feel, the almost impending doom, because why else would there be no signal? Why are we not seeing it?
Yeah. I have 2 more things. Number 1, I for some reason was so afraid that ants were going to start leaving the island and characters were going to have to fight. Characters that I am a little bit more scared for their well-being than others. Like, I didn't want anything to happen to Johi.
Yes.
So it seems like we're going in the direction that Johi won't have to fight.
Let's have Johi heal Cha.
Yeah,
Let's have that.
Or go home, grab Jinnah, be like, I know you want to go into medicine, but can we utilize any of that
we
knowledge
need a doctor.
now?
What about someone who wants to be a doctor?
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
And
Maybe.
then Chairman Matsumoto and his plan and thoughts going into all of this, not necessarily working out in the way that he thought that it would. And him dissing Goto. Fuck you. Dude, Goto died. I didn't believe it almost. When it happened, I was like, are we... You know, sometimes you'll like say a sequence or say a plan and show the plan, but it's not happening yet. And you watch it succeed. Like when I saw him, the decapitation, I was like, okay, this isn't actually happening.
That's what they were worried had happened.
Exactly.
That's what my brain was doing, some little like tricks, some like PR, you know, like, no, this is just them imagining that Goto's probably dead right now, and we're seeing what they think happened.
Is there any world that it was?
I think it's real.
Yeah.
I think because Jinwoo showed up at the moment, I'm like 99.5% sure.
He does like to decapitate, you know?
Yes, he does like to decapitate. I said that right there. Yes. Okay. He does like to do that, but I think I'm like 99.5% sure that Jinwoo, his reasoning and his knowing to show up was the signal that Goto had died.
Yeah.
Because he even brings up when he arrives that he had sent, like, this is the thing that took down Goto. Like, he's aware that Goto is no more, seemingly, because he had sent a shadow to be within the shadow of Goto. Okay, I have a last thing. We don't hear any sort of programming or reprogramming or kind of a mission, directions, directives being given to the Black Ant when it's face to face with a player, and it's consistently calling Jinwoo a human. And I find that interesting because I feel like, especially recently and lately, every time Jinwoo has interacted with something that can speak to him, we have that kind of glitchy effect. Like, you're not allowed to say this. You need to work in the confines of the directives that you've been given by some computer or some person behind this kind of design.
That difference between the world that we have been interacting with as a player
inside the
versus
gates,
the world that's in the world. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that, whatever is in charge of this, the system, the directives, the gates, is it only able to control that which is within the gates? And once the monsters break out of the gates and the gates break, the directives and the glitching and all of that no longer has any power over the monsters?
Interesting.
Because I was really surprised to continuously hear Jinwoo being called a human. Like, yes, he's a human, but he's also supposed to be seen by these monsters, or has been seen by these monsters, as different. I know this monster is seeing him as somewhat of like the king out of the humans.
Yeah.
But I was really curious about that, and it did make me think, like, once you're out of the gate or the gate breaks, is there a loss of control on the end of whatever's in charge of this whole situation?
What if what we see is going to be televised and we get to see shadow extraction from Jinwoo and get to see his army on the TV, only to see Ilwan's reaction to it, and Ilwan views what Jinwoo is able to do as like the coming of the catastrophe.
Oh.
Like, it's like, okay, what if the ant side of things are just like the gate side of things is all a way to get hunters to be stronger or something, and in that way it's not necessarily opposed to us, but in the specific gate there was this other force that could manipulate the scenes or behind the scenes, and now Jinwoo is being manipulated by that, and I don't know.
I think what you're bringing up, or what we could kind of grab out of what you're saying, that could be something that we see in the future. If we think about Bake, for example, he is a character who is starting to piece together, obviously, what is actually the logistics of what's happening to Jinwoo without actually knowing anything. He is realizing that there is an actual growth that Jinwoo is able to do. He is able to continue getting stronger. And so if we have a character like him realizing that there's something different about this person in comparison to the other hunters, we could have other people seeing Jinwoo fighting, seeing what he's capable of, and with whatever they know, whatever knowledge they have, they could then think something about him, whether that's, if there are other players out there, they could recognize that this is a player in front of them on the screen.
That's true. Live, no delay.
Or like you said, someone who was locked inside the gates for years and years and years, who is warning of a catastrophe. Is there something that he would see on the screen that no one else would see because they don't have the same information that he does, and he's able to see it? And I imagine he'd see it not from a phone or a TV, but maybe he's walking around a square and he has like a hood up or something so no one can see his face, and he looks up and it's like on a broadcast on a
like
building.
A fugitive.
Yeah, like he's a fugitive. That's a bit what I imagine. Now, I know I had said in a previous discussion that I imagined him riding up on like a dolphin or a killer whale to the island.
Changed a little bit,
but now it's kind of changed a little bit. I have to rewrite things. I have to come up with new theories because it would have already happened, I feel like. So I need to come up with a new idea.
You know? I guess my actual last thing is something that I just remembered from the episode that I loved, which was when the Black Ant arrived and the seas parted thanks to him being Moses. Igris like stood up out of respect. He was like knelt down and then he just stood up to acknowledge the ant's strength.
Yeah, he definitely, the standing up. Yeah. That it made me say to myself in my head, and I think even out loud, I was like, Igris just stood up. He's recognizing the strength and the strength in front of him. The scary ant that now we know is not so scary anymore because he has been defeated. Thank goodness.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We hope to see you next time.